Today we are going to discuss about microwave transmission lines. Now from this we can subdivide the transmission line into three broad categories. Here first is multi-conductor lines. In this we are having a more than one conductor, which includes coaxial lines, strip lines, microstrip lines, slot lines and coplanar lines. And normally these type of multi-conductor transmission line support TEM and quasi-TEM mode. On the other hand, we are having waveguides. Simple we can say they are single conductor transmission lines, which includes rectangular waveguides, circular waveguides, ridged waveguides, etc. And these type of waveguide support transverse electric or transverse magnetic. They are not going to support the TEM mode. Why they are not supporting TEM? That we have already discussed in our previous lectures. If you have any query regarding that, you can see my previous video lectures on waveguides and TEM mode. Then the third subcategory is open boundary structure, that are hybrid mode. They are basically dielectric rods, you can say open waveguides, etc. Now these type of open structure support combination of TE and TM mode. Now let us start our discussion with planar transmission lines, which includes strip lines, microstrip lines, slot lines and coplanar lines. Now when we discuss about planar transmission line, then we can say these lines are of utmost important these days. Those in which entire transmission line component can be fabricated in a one step by thin film or photolithographic technique similar to that of PCB. That lines or the transmission line are known as planar transmission line. These allow characteristic impedance of line to be controlled by defining dimension of single plane. Conventional open wire transmission line are not suitable for microwave transmission. The reason being by high radiation losses that are associated when wavelength become smaller than the physical length of conventional lines at high frequencies. Miniaturization of microwave circuits have taken place through development of planar transmission line, which are flat, having low profile and lightweight. This geometry allows control of characteristic impedance of line by defining the line dimension in a single plane and is therefore suitable for microwaves ICs. The complete transmission line circuit can be fabricated in one step by thin film technology and photolithographic technique. Now let us discuss one by one. First is strip line. This is the structure of strip line. At the center we see the conductor is there, and these are the two ground planes, and in between we are having a insulator. The width of this is W. Now this is how the configuration, or you can say the magnetic and the electric field are there in case of a strip line. Now this is the conductor. Now this solid lines showing you the electric field, whereas these dotted line are showing you the magnetic field. Now these are nothing but modification of two wire lines and coaxial lines. If we beat a wire with a hammer, then that wire, after beating it, the shape will be just like this, that we are having a conductor and on top and bottom we are having a ground plate. Now these are used at a frequency nearly about 100 mega to 100 gigahertz. The dominant mode is TEM. Now here the fields are confined within transmission line with no radiation losses, as top and bottom, this is just like a sandwich like structure. This is the top layer, this is the bottom layer, so there is no loss of field because this conductor is covered from top and bottom, so radiation losses are almost zero. The width of ground plane is at least 5 times greater than the spacing between the plates, thereby avoiding any vertical sidewall at the two transverse end. Also practically no fringing fields after a certain distance from edge of center conductor. Now if B is less than lambda by 2, no propagation in transverse direction is there in this particular case of strip lines. Now there are some disadvantages, that is the circuit is not accessible during the development for adjustment or the tuning purpose. And another disadvantage is it is difficult to mount discrete in the active components in case of strip line. Now the second type is micro strip line. If we see, if we replace this top covering of a strip line, then the structure will look like micro strip line. This is the structure for the micro strip line. Here this is the ground plate and this is the conducting strip and this is the dielectric substrate. So this is unsymmetrical strip line. Top ground plane is absent in microstrip as compared to the strip line. Sometimes cover plate is also used for the shielding purpose, so that we can avoid some losses, because this is open surface, so there are field loss, radiation loss, and to avoid that loss sometimes we use a cover plate so that we can minimize the losses up to a certain extent. Now there are some advantages of this. First advantage is complete conductor pattern may be deposited or processed on a single substrate which is supported by a single metal ground plate, so fabrication cost lowers down. So this is more economical and it can be easily processed. Second, easy access to the top surface. We can easily access the top surface of this micro strip line because that top surface is open to the air. Now because top plate is absent and the top surface is open, so there are some disadvantages also. Due to this openness there are higher losses, or we can say the radiation losses or the interference will be more in case of micro strip as compared to the strip line. That we can see from here. This was the ground plate and these are the different fields, and here we can say these are the field losses which are associated with the micro strip line. This was the electric field, this was the magnetic field in micro strip line. Now another is the slot line. here we can see there is a slot here of width W, and this H is the height, and this is the metallization. We have deposited metal for the connection purpose, and this is the dielectric substrate. Now slot or gap in a conducting coating on a dielectric substrate, this will form a slot line. Another is coplanar line. Here we can see that these are the two coplanar line, one this, another this, and these are the ground plates, this and this, and this is the strip, and along the strip we are having these two slots. So in this strip of thin metallic film deposited on the surface of a dielectric slab with two ground electrodes running adjacent and parallel to the strip on the same surface. So this is how our coplanar transmission line looks like. So friends, this was a very brief description about planar transmission line. This is all for today's lecture. Thanks for listening my lecture. Have a nice day.